Hello everyone, coming at you once again. I will take this one in English, just because the following some uh, some friends' suggestions, and I said yes, why not? I can do that in English, but I will prefer to do it in Spanish because I don't used to practice my own language a lot. That it is sometimes it's needed to come back to your roots so you don't forget them. But before I start, I want to recommend some sites. This one is very good one. Not site, but this is a video I've been watching about the Havana of the 30s, 40s, and the 50s. So you can see here a lot of about the history of Havana during that time. The presenter is Camilo Gaña. He had a radio chat in the 80s. I used to love it actually. I recommend this YouTuber called Pedrito Paquetero. He's wonderful. He's about to reach the 100,000 subscribers, and actually, I want to kind of help him to reach that goal. Please subscribe to his channel. You won't regret it. He's great in what he's doing. Right now, I'm watching this serial about some intelligence agencies about the around the world. It's really good. It's kind of a comedy and a thrill. It reminds you Nikita. You will like to see. You will love it to see this serial. Some music I'm following. Some musical project I'm following right now is this one from El Niño y la Verdad. He's a great singer, and he has managed to gather some of the greatest singers in Cuba to play traditional Cuban music. Here you see a Noro, for instance, talking about the
con esto que está pasando, porque en realidad está aglutinando lo más valioso y lo más sublime de lo que está pasando con la música popular cubana hoy por hoy, y es un privilegio para mí formar parte de este proyecto, y él sabe de cuenta con mi apoyo, y estamos acá apoyando, y no solamente apoyando, sino alimentándonos también de esto que está pasando, ¿ok?
Claro.
Here you see Michael Blanco too. That's a great project anyway. But I'm not only about a timba. I'm a timba fan actually. I'm a really hardcore timbero. I just love it. But it's not only about that. I love really hardcore metal. And my favorite band is Slipknot. And Corey Taylor, he's one of my favorite singers right now. Actually, he's my number one singer right now. You see, he's very versatile with his voice. He can change from the really rough voice to a really I have to say harmonic voice. I don't know how to say rough, from rough to I don't know the musical term, but I mean, you see how versatile he is with his voice, and it gives him great possibilities when performing. I'm following Amazon Web Services courses because I want to be certified Amazon Web Service solution developer. And so I hope I can do the examination in July. We see what happens. Udemy, this is a great site I recommend to you if you want to learn about everything. I mean everything, and to a great level. I mean it's not a trivial website. It's not about high school courses, but remote advanced. Here you see that I'm doing advanced math for quantum computing because I want to experiment quantum computing. I mean, it is predicted that in 2023, quantum computing is going to be mainstream. So I've got to be prepared for that time. And that's all. So before I start, I just wanted to see some of the websites I would recommend, and some of the things I'm doing right now. But let's start with a subject today. Let me see. Let's. Which is Kotlin programming. Here you see I just wrote a really small program, which is not the simplest program you can write in any language. The simplest program you can write in any language is the one that doesn't do anything. There you go. And it's still a program because things happen behind. So, but of course, the listing you want, the listing you want to happen is just to print something on the screen. I mean, it's for beginners, it's always exciting to see that something happened, and believe me, it has been that way since the first programmers. I mean, you write something and you want to see the immediate effect. See, hello, you. Hello, you. Now you run it. There you go. Hello, you. And now you want to do something a little bit more complicated. You just write a function. Fun. Greeting. Not greeting. Call it hello. Hello. We pass some arguments. Pass a string here. String, and we use you as default. And here we write simply Hello. Now we just need to write hello, and it does the work for you. Hello, you. But this one is using you as default argument. You can write things like hello, mother, whatever you want to write there. So this is Kotlin, and it's really nice language. This language is the official one to write Android apps. In later videos, I will show how to write Android apps. I mean, to be able to write this type of apps for Android, give you a lot of independency, because I mean, it's you writing your own ideas and putting them out there for everyone to see. And I mean, you can do whatever you want, because nobody can tell you do this or do that. If you are this kind of rebel, I mean, go ahead, because I mean, Android with Kotlin is a great combination, actually. But let's start with a subject today, which is about implementing an algorithm which is called stairs. Stairs stand for stratified interface reduced structure. You can find out more about it in this in a site. I will show you later when I start explaining about the algorithm. But this is about this algorithm is about reducing data or removing information from the original data in order to do analysis. I mean, sometimes there is a lot of information you don't need in order to do analysis. And a very good example is this kind of information. For instance, you see, you want to find let's take for instance a DNA sequence, which is composed by 4 letters: A, C, G, T, 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 G, C, C, A, G, T, A, C, G, T. I mean, for those who knows about biology, I mean, of course, there's a really low probability that this sequence means anything, because I just made it up. But this is the only thing you should understand, that DNA sequences contain these 4 letters. But in order to do analysis, you don't need the actual values of these letters. I mean, because they have only 4 letters, you can codify them using the numbers from 0 to 3. You take A equals 0, for instance. Let's do it here. A equals 0. C equals 1, E equals 2, and T equals 3. You only need 2 bits to codify this sequence. It means that before you needed 8 bits for each letter, meaning that if you have, for instance, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, you need to 18 times 8 bits. Against 18 times 2 bits. You see, you'll need 36 bits here, and I mean, you can figure out by yourself how much it is. 18 times 8. I'm not that crazy with multiplications. I just use the Google calculator. It's easier for me. But you can see the difference, because 18 times 8 is 18 times 2 to the power of 3. You see the difference? I mean, you use a lot more bits in the first version than in the second version. But what I want to show is that there is a lot of information you don't need in order to do certain kinds of analysis. So you are not actually compressing the data. You are reducing, you are removing information you don't need. And that's the kind of job I did with this data reduction. So let's go ahead and try to explain the basics about this algorithm. Let's go back to the browser. And show you some picture here. So here you can see this is the original paper I wrote in my thesis, and you see in the picture, you see, so you have this DNA sequence here, and the first thing in the process is to convert it to zeros and ones. And why? Because I only need to differentiate between GCs and ATs. I mean, I don't need to differentiate between G's and C's. I mean, if it's either G or C, I assign a 1, or otherwise I assign a 0. Why? Because sometimes in genomic analysis, it's good enough finding patterns of GCs, and it doesn't matter if you see either G or C. It's enough if you find G's and C's. So you can actually reduce the data to ones and zeros. So in the process, you see, I converted to this process is called binning. So you see the you see the resulting string of a bit. This process goes on to something called a and it's about converting this sequence of ones and zeros into a summary. This summary is about counting the numbers of ones against the number of zeros. So you see, I take one frame, I count the ones, and I assign the frequency of the ones. Then I go to the next frame in the stream, I count the ones, then I assign the number I get. After you can see, when this process is over, I get as a result a really reduced string, which takes only 5% of the original data, and this new structure is enough to do certain kind of analysis. For instance, I can compare to such a reduced data in intermemory. Something I cannot do with the original data, because if I want to compare like 100,000 bacterial genomes using the four letters, the four original letters, the memory capacity is not enough. But if I only use 5% of the original data in order to compare those sequences, I mean, you have plenty of space to put it in memory. So this algorithm here is the one. This strategy here is the one I will implement today using Kotlin. I will try to do it using the command line, not user interface involved. I will use the pipelining on Windows or Linux. It doesn't matter, because you can use pipeline in Windows too, and this way it's going to be really easy to do the implementation. To do the implementation. Okay, let's go on. Hide it. Okay, good. Let's start by okay. Let's start by the processing. We generate like a fake a fake sequence to start with. This is the sequence. And generate DNA. Size int equals, and let's give it like 1,000,000 as a size. Okay. Yeah, this side. Then fall. High. And then let's print one of these letters, A, C, E, T. Okay. No. T. Let's print one of the random next int from int till 0 to 3. Okay, print. So generate DNA. Let's try it. Okay, we have a sequence here, DNA sequence with a 1 million bases, and this is the one we are going to use as input to our algorithm. Let's go ahead and implement the algorithm that will actually reduce this information. I will take something I already wrote, or was this video is gonna be too long. See. See here. I think I have it somewhere here. No. Let me see. See, this is the one. Let's put it right here. Let's see. Oh, yeah. There. The 5, there. There. Okay, Here's the code. I will explain this later, step by step. See how to find the here's the class stairs, and it accepts in order to do the analysis. It accepts a string of bytes. Okay, guys, I'm doing this in real time, so you see that not everything goes smoothly, even though I have created this algorithm. I just want you to see what a developer goes through, not only when you write the program, but when you try to explain it to others. Let's see here. There, okay. Okay. Okay, frequency. Okay, now I see. Okay, good. Okay, just need to pass this array of a byte to this function, and this class will convert the string of characters into the reduced data. We see how it goes. Okay. let's use this handler. Create a consumer here. Consumer. Base type unit. Then I will do this more practical. And instead of printing, I will consume this. I will change this to random between 0 and C, because now we're just encoding the letter from A to T as a 0 and C, because I mean it doesn't matter, they're just letters, but now we use numbers instead, because it doesn't matter. And here we consume the data, print I print it, we test it. Now we got 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, sorry, is to 4. Sonnet. Now we got it to 3, up to 3. So, okay, good. This consumer here is our algorithm. Stairs. We create for stairs processor. Stairs. And the size is the size of the frame we use 100, sorry, small, and then we call stairs okay. We need to create can initialize. Yeah, okay. And it if buffer size equals 100, I think I can do it by step and change it to byte step, and here generate next bytes. Next int 0, 3, 4, 2, byte. Okay. Like, why? Okay. Okay, yeah. Anyway, so I generate the data 0 to 4, and then I convert to bytes, so it is compatible with the input data here. Now I gather the data in buffer, and then when I reach the size of 100, I can use a constant here. Size equals 100. So I lost the constant. This is size of the frame. I add the buffer. What's going on here? Okay. It is requiring let me see by buffer by array. The threshold I use 0.5. What's going on? No. Ah. Come on, mate. And this one. The floating point it does not conform to the expected type int. Int. Then C. Control B. So int. Ah, yeah, of course. Int. Here use just one. No. Oh, it was a long time ago. I did this one. So int frequency compared to threshold. Yeah. Exactly. The threshold is on 0. Okay. And here we get the vector is itself. Okay, print stairs, print stairs, case function, deep dive. Okay, then I print it. page print ID. No. Page. And we leave a space here. Okay. And after we print it, we just clear the buffer and we try. Oops. What happened here? Okay, what's going on? Print. Here. It is not coming here. Why not? Okay. Print it. Run. Buffer hat. Oh. Print. Yeah, no, I don't use the debugger so much. I mean, if I don't need to. Right now, it's more interesting to know. This is strange. Oh, of course. The side, clear it. We go again. Now if I Sorry on this stupid mistake. There you go. So you can see we got this vector now, and this is a vector of real numbers between 0 and 1. I will print out the size of the vector so you see size of the vector based v size equals 0, and I will accumulate size and then we print out at the end the size of the vector. Vector size see what's there. Sorry, print it at the end. And print it again. So you see the vector size is 10,100 and the original vector is 1,000,000. So this vector of size 10,100 can be kept in memory in order to be analyzed. I mean, when you do a genome analysis, especially when you have bacterial genome or viral genome, you just don't use one genome at the time. You use like 100,000 sequences or 50,000, maybe 1,000,000 of sequences, and you just cannot put that in memory if you use the original data. Even if you compress it, it would take a lot of memory. But if you use this reduced version of size 10,100 and you have 100,000 and even millions of these vectors, you can keep it in memory and do the analysis. I will. I didn't explain the way I implemented this algorithm, but I will put the code out there so you can see it and can start it. But still, I can go through the code a little bit so you can understand more or less what this is all about. First, we have the constructor, and this size here of default 100 is the size of the frame. I will show you the size of the frame. I will show you here. You see this frame here, this frame. Show you this frame here. Okay. And let's okay, this is the size of the buffer, and I use a threshold. This threshold is about doing the binning itself. I mean, this the data I'm using as input, using values from 0 to 3, and in this case I'm using a threshold of let's see here, of threshold of the default here. So it's all 0. It means that if the value if the value of the array is 0, then I classify it as 0. Otherwise, I classify it as 1, and that's the way I get this stream of zeros and 1. I can change this value to 2, for instance, 2. Then everything from 0 to 2 will be classified as 0, and and above 2 will be classified as 1. We can write it, we can run it again. You will see we get different numbers here. You see, let's try it again. You see 0, 0, 2, 0, 4, 3, 0, 3, 9. If we change to, wait, because I'm generating this this randomly, so I will generate like a fixed DNA sequence instead, so we get more stable numbers in the array. So we just the x equals 0, and idx here, idx, then idx plus 1, modulo 4. So yeah, idx goes from 0 to 3. So we generate the same sequence every time. So we try it. 012, we try again. 012, you see here in the output 012, 025, 025, 25, blah, blah, blah. We run again. So 012, 025, we get the same thing. But if we change the threshold here to 1, for instance, now we get 025, 35. You see, we get a different vector of of frequencies. But this is all I wanted to show. The algorithm I implemented today was about reducing data so you can put it in memory. This algorithm, by the way, is universal. You can apply it to any string of ones and zeros. Especially, I use it to detect motion using the camera. Which is something I will demonstrate the next time. Which is thank you for today. I see you next time.